international cooperation and global solidarity, the principles that define who we are as a nation. And this year marks 70 years since Nepal joined the United Nations. For 7 decades, Nepal has consistently stood by the United Nations, contributing to global peace and stability, advocating for the rule-based international order, promoting equitable and sustainable economic development, particularly for the upliftment of the least developed countries and the landlocked developing countries, and upholding human dignity and justice. Today, Nepal proudly stands as the largest contributing country. Our highly professional peacekeepers have served with a deep sense of duty to secure peace and stability in the conflict-ridden parts of the world. Nepal remains a steadfast advocate for complete and general disarmament. The lasting peace and safer world depends on the reductions of all weapons, conventional and emerging alike. Nepal strongly condemns terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, which stands for peace, security, and the protections of innocent lives everywhere. As the chair of the Global Coordination Bureau of the least developed countries, Nepal is leading the group to ensure equitable, inclusive, and sustainable development guided by the spirit of no one is left behind. As co-facilitator of the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development, held in Sevilla, Spain, Nepal contributed to advancing key priorities, catalyzing investment for sustainable development, addressing the debt crisis, reforming the international financial architecture, and revitalizing multilateral cooperations. Nepal is deeply honored to serve as the President of the Economic and Social Council this session. We thank the member states for their trust. As the President of the ECOSOC, I am deeply committed under the motto of delivering better to bring coherence, to bring credibility, and to bring measurable impact to the Council's work. As a member of the Peace Building Commission, Nepal is deeply committed to supporting inclusive, nationally owned, and locally driven peace-building process. Mr. President, the world today faces challenges of profound gravity and urgency. Many parts of the world are witnessing protracted crises. War is raging relentlessly in Ukraine. Suffering is deepening in Gaza, where civilians bear the heaviest toll. We support a two-state solution where Israel and Palestine coexist peacefully and securely with internationally recognized borders in line with the relevant United Nations resolutions. Nepal is deeply concerned about the innocent civilians held hostage by Hamas. We call for the immediate release of Bipin Joshi, a Nepali student who has been held hostage by Hamas since October 7, 2023. Excellencies, crises in Sudan, Sahel, and beyond have left millions displaced, hungry, and vulnerable. The architectures of the global peace has been under severe pressure, unseen since the Second World War. Institutions designed to prevent conflict and uphold human dignity are tested as never before. It is frustrating that the defense budget is skyrocketing while development cooperation is shrinking. Global military spending has reached unprecedented levels, $2.7 trillion in 2024, the highest since the Cold War. We have witnessed gross violations of human rights in various parts of the world. Children and most vulnerable are caught in the crossfire. Climate-driven disasters are compounding human suffering, deepening vulnerabilities, displacing communities, and straining already fragile systems. The very institutions we build to confront these global challenges are under immense strain. Confidence in multilateral frameworks is weakening. This is a clear and urgent call to reassess, strengthen, and revitalize our multilateral institutions and to fortify global solidarity and actions. Mr. President, let me highlight a few areas that deserve urgent global attention. First, peace and security. Beyond words, peace demands actions. It demands courage, and it demands the commitment. In these turbulent times, dialogue must triumph over hostility, diplomacy over conflict, and cooperation over divisions. We must take urgent and coordinated actions to prevent conflict, uphold justice, and foster inclusive development. It is incumbent upon us to address the root causes of the conflicts, including poverty, inequality, and marginalizations. Second, we must strengthen multilateralism and rebuild trust. Multilateral institutions must deliver not just promises, but results. They must be representative, transparent, and accountable. In this interdependent world, no single nation, however rich and powerful, can resolve global problems alone. We must uphold multilateralism for fostering global cooperations and coordinations. We must repose our trust in multilateralism, anchored in sovereign equality, territorial integrity, and national independence. Third, accelerating the implementations of the 2030 Agenda is critical. As the progress on the Sustainable Development Goals is far off track, the world must act with greater urgency and solidarity. We strongly call for the timely and effective implementations of the Compromiso de Sovia. Sustainable